Hi YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Teresa, well known as Monzo, and today I'm going to be doing a story time again. And yeah, I'm just going to be sharing another disturbing story that has happened in my life about my NGO and how it was such a mission to get it kick-started in the beginning and ended up getting scammed. So please subscribe and just like my video. Really appreciate that. So if you want to hear more about the tragic NGO story, please keep watching. So where do I begin? Oh yes, because I'm doing a story time, I'll just list all the products that I'm going to be using in the description box. A few people know what I'm really passionate about, and that is youth development. So I've been, since 2018, been hosting a career expo where I just bring in some experts in their careers to come in and speak, to the youth and, just share their journeys, how they got there, and just share some information because obviously there is just a lack of, I guess, access to information, so to say, especially in our community. So I hold those events. After I had the initiative, the first annual initiative in 2018, there was a suggestion that I register an NGO so that, I can potentially get sponsorships in the future and just funding from companies out there who are willing to sponsor such events, because they're quite educational and yeah, they're just like one of those social development initiatives. So in May, when my team and I sat, I said, guys, you know what, I feel the urge to really actually try register it now. And so we were like, okay, yeah, sure, the team, everyone was on board. Like, yeah, actually, you know what, let's try see if we can register it just before the 31st and just see if we can actually even like get funding from companies and things like that. We started the process. So mid-May into June, we started talking to people, just asking around who knows how to register an NGO, who can help us out. And we got one lady, I won't mention her name, so let me call her X. One person from the team said, you know what, here's a lady I found, guys, she registers NGOs and this is how much you need to pay. So that's the price, XXX, right? Like, I'm just so desperate to get it started. So I start then saying, okay, you know what, I'll pay half of it in the meantime, just so that the process can get started. And then my other team member was like, yeah, sure, I think you know what, I'll also help you out, I can also help you out. And then I was like, okay, cool, no, that's great. So we then got so there was basically two of us. We paid the price. As I was saying, I also felt in my heart that, you know what, I am so passionate about this that I wanted to actually be an annual thing. I had seen the impact of the first one on the youth and how much they were just so enlightened, if I may put it that way. They were so enlightened and they genuinely just wanted, to dream and know that it's possible, And so when I saw the potential of what this event really can do, that's when I was like, you know what, I think I want to make it into some sort of foundation that focuses on, the youth and empowering them, and allowing them to really just dream. It's a very, very close thing in my heart. Like, it's something that, I am extremely passionate about. And, if it could be even my career, like it would, that's how much I really just love interacting with the youth and just, enabling their potential. They have so much, they're so young, they can absorb so much, and at the same time, the most little things can really influence them, right? let me put it like that, influence them. I just wanted to show them that, you know, despite your circumstances, despite where you're from, you know, you're not really defined by where you're from. You're not really defined by, you know, the family you're born in, you know, the jobs that your parents do and things like that. So it yielded such positivity, you know, even in the church, like, because I hosted at a church, there's a lot of parents who would come and say, you know what, thank you for that initiative that you held, you know. It instilled so much positivity and just, you know, potential, and you know, just allowed my children to really think outside the box and, you know, really put themselves out there. You know, they heard a story about this kind of person, and, you know, they grew up seeing this person every day, and now this person has become, you know, an engineer, and it's just beautiful, you know. Like when you're in high school and stuff like that, most of the time we just don't know what we don't know. And so I think what this initiative has done is to show people that, you know, there are actually people around us that we can talk to, that can assist us. You know, we don't have to just like suffer in silence. So me and the team met somewhat in May 2019 to now really start discussing, you know, how are we going to make this year like more impactful. This foundation is so light. We were very excited and relieved when we heard that, okay, so there is someone, you know, out here who can assist us, and yeah, like, this is great. And she told us that I'm gonna need this much to do the process for you guys, and then we were like, okay, cool, no problem. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'm okay. Like, I'll because two of the team members of my NGO are students. So me and the other guy, the guy who found the colleague, were like, okay, cool, yeah, we can assist in contributing for this, right? So that happened. Now with the process being started, you know, we're under the assumption that, you know, things are happening in the background, right? Fine, we've given the person this amount of money, you know, like, that's that. We're just told, give X and X and X, I will do everything. Or you need, and then over time, then she was like, okay, start, you know, giving me the IDs, give me this, give me that, so that I can register the directors. Cool. Mid-May into June, the process has started. We're not really worried about that. So we're like, okay, NGO, check, done, right? And then we're hopeful, we're grateful that, you know, in 2 months' time, or, you know, when the event comes in August 31st, like, everything is cool. Time goes by, time goes by, time goes by. You know, June passes now, and we keep asking, hey, what's the story? You know, what's the progress on, you know, the NGO and things like that. My teammate then says, you know what, the lady hasn't gotten back to me. She since said, just send your IDs, right? I'll ask her because, I mean, she's my colleague, you know. Yeah, we work in the same building, stuff like that. Cool. July comes in, same story. Oh, no, you know what, I'll ask. And then eventually I just give up. Or like, I don't really continue to pester on that topic. So fine, the career day comes, an incredible success. So the event becomes a great success because of the hectic planning of the actual event. After that, like, I think we took two months off and just like relaxing, because, you know, like, we just want to take a break and just reflect. Now it's like October. I start asking to say, okay, hey, what's the progress on this? You know, like, would really like to know what's going on. I mean, we took out this much money, and, you know, we are expecting an NGO at the end of the day. And then, you know, this guy is super chill. No, it's still happening, it's still happening, it's still happening. And obviously we don't know better, so we're just like,
okay, if it's happening, then okay, it's happening.
December comes. Hey, like, we just keep asking every day, hey, what's going on? Oh, So clumsy. I'm hoping and I'm so patient with this whole process, right? And then, you know, one of the guys, so the guy whose colleague is helping us just keeps saying, no, chill, 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 chill. Only to find out when I'm asking now in December sometime that, no, in January, fam, is this NGO still happening? This guy says to me that, you know what, I am so sorry, I dropped the ball. I since left my old employment, and you know that lady is still there, but now I lost her number, I lost her email. And I said, I still have her email because I've sent her ID. I now start talking to the lady, like trying to talk to the lady and just trying to like reach out to her. And then this lady says nothing. Like, it's almost like she didn't exist. Okay, she says nothing. Everyone is like, okay, no, we remember we've sent her emails. Listen, like, everyone tried, can't be reached, Nje. And so this guy is like, no, you know what, I will find out where she is. I'll ask a friend of a friend that I know knows her and stuff like that, you know. And then we're like, okay, cool, we'll try relax, but like we're starting to freak out. And then this guy never gets back to us. So I decide to take matters into my own hands, and I say to him, okay, cool, so are you aware of the damage that has happened? Our money is gone, and we were hoping that would have this NGO lost you already, right? And you know, I remember him saying, you know what, I'll see what I can do, you know, I'll make a plan, things like that, you know, don't worry. March, I was still trying to see if I can, you know, see if I can find someone. Just excuses. At that point, that's when I had accepted that, you know what, my NGO is gone. It probably never even really existed. And I just needed to start making peace with the fact that maybe this chick was never even paid. Maybe this money went to the team member because he did not say, like, I never got communication to say, hey, this lady has received the money. I just sent the money to him. And I was hopeful that he's being honest and stuff like that. I just found myself feeling so hacked because I was hopeful. You know, I thought people had honest intentions. I thought that they were in it with me. You know, we had a vision, but it wasn't the case. And one thing that I've learned out of this whole process is that, especially when it comes to money and stuff like things like that, you know, there's a lot of corruption out there. You just need to make sure that, you know, you're talking to the right people, you're checking your tracks. I was not doing any of that. You know, I was just hopeful, sending money to, oh, will you send it to her? Oh, okay, cool, sure, I know, I trust you. Like, just like not being mindful whatsoever. And I think July, I decided to do it myself. So I just posted a status on WhatsApp and said, guys, do you know somebody who can help me register an NGO? Because initially when I had done the research and just trying to look, it looked so tedious and stuff like that. I just didn't know how to even maneuver around, you know, that whole registration process. Like, I ended up getting someone to assist me with the whole process. Like, they showed me how to do it and stuff like that. It literally took me 15 minutes to do the admin. And then the next day, you know, I paid 125, yes, to register the NGO. And then you pay 50 Rand to get a name, to register for a name, to reserve a name. So the name of my foundation is called Feed Young Minds. And the next day you'll get a response to say, okay, cool, with this 50 Rand, your name is reserved. Your NGO is now called Feed Young Minds. And I was in such disbelief as to, like, did it happen that quickly, that seamless, that so effortlessly so? And like, why didn't I know this then? Don't be too desperate. I was very desperate to get it registered. I was very desperate because I didn't like going around and begging people and saying, hey, can you please contribute this for the event, you know. But you know what, lessons learned. Like, I also don't want to be like, you know, thinking about the past and like, you know, thinking about the what ifs, the could haves. I think the reason why also this really happened to us, we were not aware that not everyone shares our vision the way we do. I think maybe, you know, some of my last words would be, you know, I'm grateful for kind people out there, you know, who are always just willing to help, you know, at no cost, just out of pure kindness. I think that is rare. And I think, you know, if there are people watching this and maybe could be like going through the same thing, you can totally reach out to me. I can leave my email below, or you can DM me. Yeah, I'll leave my Instagram handle as well. I'm keen on helping because sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, and with the right people, you know, people can really lead you in the right direction. And I think that's exactly what happened to me. You know, I think 2 days after the registration was a success, I posted it on Twitter and I said, wow, Lord, I can't believe, you know, I've registered my NGO finally, just after the scams and the trouble and the losing money and the trust issues. I was just in such disbelief, and so I posted it. But I think what happened also was that the person who was helping me, I had invited him to come to my event last year, to the Career Expo. But when he saw, you know, the event and what a success it was, he was just in disbelief. And he even said to me, I want you to come and do this event, you know, back in my hometown as well, in Mpumalanga, because like, I don't think you understand how beautiful it was. And I said to him, really? And he said, really and honestly. And I said, wow. I didn't put on some blush. So I think after that, he was able to really, you know, see that, wow, you're actually really passionate about this. There's so much to say. I can never say enough just about how in awe I feel right now. So yeah, thanks for watching my story time. It's extremely hard to do a story time, you know, trying to perfect your makeup, and wow. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.